the teacher who used music to heal trauma. In a quiet town nestled between rolling hills and whispering forests, there lived a teacher named Mrs. Thompson. She wasn't the kind of teacher whose name appeared in local newspapers or whose classes were always the loudest in the hallways. Instead, she was known for her steady presence, her gentle voice, and the piano that sat in the corner of her classroom, a well-loved instrument whose notes often drifted through the open windows, mingling with the morning sun. For years, Mrs. Thompson had taught music to children of all ages. She believed that music was more than just notes and rhythms. It was a language of the soul, a way to connect hearts and heal wounds that words sometimes could not reach. This belief became her guiding light, especially when a new student named Sam arrived in her class. Sam was different from the other children. He was quiet, withdrawn, and rarely made eye contact. His teachers whispered about a recent tragedy in his family, and how he'd been moved from school to school, struggling to find his place. The world had become a frightening and unpredictable place for Sam, and he built walls around himself, walls tall enough to keep out even the brightest rays of hope. On Sam's first day, Mrs. Thompson noticed how he sat at the back of the room, arms crossed, gaze fixed on the floor. Instead of forcing him to participate, she began to play the piano softly, letting the music fill the space. Each day, she played something different, a gentle lullaby, a hopeful melody, a song that seemed to carry a promise of better days. Gradually, Sam's curiosity got the better of him. He would glance up, just for a moment, then quickly look away. One afternoon, as Mrs. Thompson played a mournful tune, she noticed a single tear tracing a path down Sam's cheek. She didn't say a word. Instead, she let the music speak for her, letting it express understanding and compassion where words might have failed. Weeks passed, and Mrs. Thompson introduced a new activity to the class. Everyone would choose an instrument and, together, create a song. She watched as Sam hesitated by the piano, his fingers twitching ever so slightly. She gently invited him to try, showing him a few simple chords. At first, his touch was hesitant, the notes barely audible. But with each passing day, his confidence grew. The other students noticed too. They cheered him on, encouraging him to share his melodies. Slowly, Sam began to open up. He started to laugh at jokes, to raise his hand in class, and even to make friends. The music had given him a way to express the emotions he had locked inside: pain, hope, and the desire for connection. One afternoon, during a school assembly, Sam played the piano for everyone. The room fell silent as his music filled the air, a melody that spoke of sorrow, but also of resilience and hope. When he finished, the applause was thunderous, but what mattered most was the smile on Sam's face, a smile that spoke of healing. Mrs. Thompson's approach was simple, yet profound. She taught her students that everyone carries invisible wounds, and that kindness, patience, and creativity can help heal even the deepest scars. Through music, she reminded them that it's okay to feel, to reach out, and to trust in the possibility of brighter days. The lesson Mrs. Thompson left behind was clear. Healing doesn't always come from words or grand gestures. Sometimes, it's the quiet presence, the gentle encouragement, and the willingness to listen, to the music in our hearts, and to each other, that makes all the difference. And in doing so, she inspired not just Sam, but an entire community, to find hope and harmony in even the hardest of times.